there's a lot going on Capitol Hill, some of it not so good, but this is an example of bipartisanship. You and your colleague, Senator John Kennedy, just released a bipartisan report today on insulin deserts. These are areas with high rates of uninsured people and high rates of diabetes. There are more than 800 insulin deserts, you say, across the country. What are you proposing here to address this issue?
That's right. Today on World Diabetes Day, I released a report with my partner in this effort, John Kennedy of Louisiana, that focuses on what we're calling insulin deserts. This is where you see the tragic convergence of counties, some 800 of them across our country, where you have elevated rates of diabetes and elevated rates of uninsured people. And so what we are seeing, and the question that we were asking ourselves is, if we don't get something done, who are the people who are going to be left behind? And what we learned was that in these insulin deserts, which, by the way, you see a high prevalence of in the South and the Southeast, but you see them all across the country, from Utah to New Jersey to Texas. These are folks who are likely to be uninsured, but not only uninsured, but below the poverty rate. They are likely not to have much education beyond a high school degree, or no education beyond high school. And they don't have access to the internet, or very little access to the internet. And so they're literally cut off. And what the report shows is that in spite of the progress that we've made, I'm proud of the fact that my insulin provision that we passed last year caps the cost of insulin for folks on Medicare to no more than $35 of out-of-pocket costs. I think folks in the corporate sector, as we have pushed them, have begun to put some caps in place, but they can rescind them at every time. They can rescind them at any time, and so we've got to pass this bipartisan legislation that John Kennedy and I have introduced that will cap the cost of insulin for everybody who needs it. For insured people and uninsured people.
And John Kennedy, who you're mentioning there, is also a Republican. But over in the House, there's a lot of rancor over there, some disagreements even among Republicans. Do you expect that this bill will be able to get through both houses of Congress with bipartisan support?
Here's the thing about this legislation. There are some 2 dozen states that have already capped the cost of insulin. And many of them are red states. This is not a red-blue issue. It's not a partisan issue. It's a health issue. And that's why John Kennedy is working with me on this. And in recent days, among the co-sponsors for this bill are Josh Hawley, J.D. Vance, Senator Braun. We've got both senators from Alabama, Tuberville and Britt. There is a bipartisan path to getting this done, because all of us, especially in the South, are feeling the impact of unmanaged diabetes. We know the impact that this has not only on individuals, but on our overall healthcare system. $1 out of 4 in our healthcare system is spent on people with diabetes. It does not have to be unaffordable, and I'm hoping to get this across the finish line very soon.